What did you feel when you saw peaceful elections happening in Kashmir?
I don't know what is it that I'm just stunned in a negative sense, like, an animal is stunned by an injection of antibiotic or whatever. I have, for the last 10 years, 15 years, I'm absolutely not enthused by Kashmir at all. I don't want to visit it. I don't want to sometimes even talk about it, because all our policies, cutting across governments, have failed us Indians. Starting with the Kashmiri Hindus, of course, cutting across party lines. And also this thing about 16 million Indians or tourists visiting Kashmir last year. You're giving it a facade that everything is fine, including these lines. But you're not acting on what should be done. So it is just a facade.
There's a tension below the surface.
So it can erupt at any moment. If you haven't rehabilitated 7 lakh Kashmiri Hindus, as Sushil Pandit and other Kashmiri Hindus also say, all this money, millions, perhaps billions, that has been minted out of 16 million tourists going there, is all mostly going to terrorists. And then this whole insurgency and whatever you may call it, terrorism, militancy, or whatever face you may like to address it as, is going to continue. You need an Israel-like solution to Kashmir. You see,
that is the worst suggestion, Anand.
Worst suggestion.
The fact that Israel has not been able to quote-unquote solve it is not because Israel not acting to solve it, or Israel not doing things that should be done. If, for example, 7 lakh Israelis were driven out of their homes and Israel had not acted, you would have said, solve nahi kiya. Lekin Israel has catered for its people who were hard done by. We haven't. It's as simple as that. Despite that, yes, there may never be a solution because of the ideology of the people who hate Israelis and the ideology of the people who hate Hindus. That's irrespective. What I'm saying is, have we taken the right decisions? We haven't.
What is your view on Kashmir? Do you have the same kind of pessimism that Anand has?
See, I think
or my optimism?
NDA 2 or BJP 2 did a lot of good stuff in the sense scrapping 370, attacking the ecosystem, the financial networks. Not enough, but they at least started doing it. Trying to cleanse the bureaucracy, again, not enough, but nevertheless, at least efforts were being made. But the problem I have been flagging ever since is, what you are doing right now, you cannot continue indefinitely.
Yeah.
So you have to have a political alternative.
Yeah, okay.
Right? What is your political alternative? जो इन्होंने कोशिश की, कोई अपनी पार्टी बनाई, ये वो
नहीं बना.
It's all collapsed.
Correct.
Right? So you are literally left with zero political alternative. Now you suddenly have the Jamaat-e-Islami, the mothership of terrorism, coming out, and that guy saying that, look, if you take the ban away from us, we are ready to participate in elections. Now, the Jamaat is a party which changes its colors depending on what the mood is. Now, this does not mean that they've reconciled to the reality of India.
Exactly.
What it means is now they want to get the ban removed and re-enter the system and re-infiltrate the system. Right? That's what they're wanting to do. A lot of people are very enthused. Oh, democracy is working, democracy. Democracy is not really working in Kashmir. It's good that, yes, elections happen peacefully and all of that. I would have wished, if given a choice between an engineer Rashid or Omar Abdullah, I would have, of course, rooted for Omar Abdullah. As an Indian, I would obviously root. I might have a lot of problems with positions he takes.
I agree with you.
But at the end of the day, I know that he doesn't have a future in Pakistan. Even he knows it. Right? The point is that you get a guy like Engineer Rashid, you have, I think it's warning bells which are ringing. And somebody needs to wake up to the fact that what is your political alternative? Now, the police in Jammu and Kashmir, as long as it's a UT, you can control the police. The moment it becomes a state and policing goes under the state government and you have an elected state government, you go back to the old system that was happening.
Click here to watch the full episode.